Sugar cravings after dinner. This is a biggie. I hear this from a lot of people. I tend to hear about it more from women than men, and I can relate. Because it's something that I used to deal with the late afternoon, like witching hour, sugar cravings, kind of when my kids were younger. But it's all related and they absolutely are manageable. So here's Dana's question. I'm so good, and we're going to talk about that all day. But after dinner, when my husband eats ice cream, is when I start to crave treats. Okay, there's a lot here. And I have nothing prepared, nothing written down. I'm just going to kind of go off on this, so to speak. But I have so many ideas. So, including like being good and almost like, well, when my husband eats ice cream, then I want it. Because you control what you put in your mouth. But I understand it's hard when people are eating treats around us and maybe we feel deprived or like we're being so good. So I'm not sure what you mean by good, Dana. So the first thing I'm going to say is, are you eating enough food? And when I say enough food, I mean, are you getting enough protein? Are you prioritizing protein and produce? So if you are being too good and truly depriving yourself, if your body is not getting the nutrients it needs, it's going to keep craving things. The protein, and the reason why we're going to focus on protein for a moment is that the protein leverage hypothesis states that our bodies will continue seeking food until our protein needs are met. So you could feel like you had a lot to eat, like volume wise, maybe. But if your body hasn't received the quality protein that it needs, you're gonna want to keep on picking. And you just, and again, if you already go for sweets, then you just want more of them. So, I'd look at, are you getting enough food? Specifically, how much protein are you getting? I'd be aiming, Dana, for at least 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight, especially if you're dealing with sugar cravings, and especially if you're trying to lose weight, because you want to make sure that you're giving your body the protein it needs to build and maintain that lean body mass. So you have some muscle even while you're losing weight. You absolutely can be building muscle and burning fat at the same time. So I'd be aiming for 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. What I mean by that is that, say you currently weigh 150, your goal is to weigh 135. I'd be aiming for at least 135 grams of high quality protein. I'm talking from beef, fish, eggs, like, look for the leaner beef if you're trying to lose weight, just because want to be in a calorie deficit. But like from real food, beef, fish, eggs, poultry, maybe some cottage cheese, Greek yogurt if you tolerate that well. Fill in with the colorful fruits and veggies. Also make sure you're getting enough protein, like space it out between your meals. Be aiming for at least 30 grams of protein per meal. That's what we need to activate muscle protein synthesis, especially as we're getting older. Some other things I'm going to say, Dana. Don't bring it into the house. Now, maybe your husband's bringing the ice cream. That's fine. He's allowed to eat ice cream. Like, you can't control, the only person whose behavior you can control is your own. Maybe you could get flavors of ice. Maybe there are flavors like he likes and you don't, and you could agree to have that on hand. But some things you could do. First of all, start with the protein so you don't have the cravings. That is very quickly going to take the actual cravings away. But then some of the things you could do are change your behavior, change the patterns, interrupt the pattern. If the pattern is you eat dinner and then you sit down and binge Netflix while your husband eats ice cream and you're feeling deprived, what if you chose to go for a walk together after dinner? That'd be better for everybody. And then maybe watch a show. What if you scheduled, you don't want to be sitting there with nothing. What if you planned some alternatives? Some great ideas for people who have a sweet tooth, including me. Frozen berries, frozen cherries. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. I keep the frozen, like the pitted dark cherries in my freezer. Take a measured amount out, a reasonable amount, and let them thaw just slightly. Oh my gosh, they're like candy. They're amazing. You can even pour a little, just a tiny bit of milk or even like a tablespoon or two of half and half over them. And it almost gets this ice cream consistency. That's amazing. There's so many recipes. My latest book, Happier, Healthier, and Hotter, for super clean, desserts that are not going to make you go off the rails. They're made with real food ingredients. My 50-calorie brownies are a great example. The better peanut butter cookies. I've never shared that recipe online. You have to get my cookbook for that. I will absolutely link my cookbook in the caption here. Um, so certainly you could, or even for some people, something like just sipping a delicious hot tea after dinner, or I'll sometimes make myself a yummy decaf coffee, or like I call it a healthy hot cocoa or a sexy hot cocoa. Things like that that are like where I'll use the collagen and some unsweetened cocoa powder, vanilla collagen, some unsweetened cocoa powder, a little monk fruit, and make a really yummy hot cocoa that's actually giving me beauty benefits and not high in calories. So I'm winning. We're all winning. So anyway, so many options here, Dana, but let's take the word like good away. You're not like give your body what it needs. Foods aren't good or bad. But give your body what it needs during the day, and that is absolutely going to help with those sugar cravings at night. And, something else I want to say is that so many times I hear people say things like, oh, well, they'll almost blame their husband, their boyfriend, their kids, their friends for bringing the food into the house, offering them the food, etc. Unless they are shoving it down your throat, in which case we've got a whole other problem. Like you're a grown adult and you decide what you put in your mouth. It's up to you. It's up to you, but you can do some things that are going to make those decisions easier. Hope you found this helpful. Drop any questions in the comments, and I'm going to be doing my Q&As here on YouTube every day, so lots of new content coming soon.